What's up? What's up, man? How y'all doing? Hold on. Let me get my dog his ball he wants. Hey, man. The vibes are a little bit different. I'm in a good mood, right? You know. We're gonna chit chat tonight. We got quite a bit of subjects to get to. I'm trying to find a clip where apparently King was he wasn't throwing a direct shot, but he was giving me a little bit of a flack for being nervous after game one of the Clippers. But I can't find the clip unless y'all know where it's at. But no, man, this is your boy TGK. This is Midnight Mavness. This is only for the members, but during the playoffs, I wanted to have this video accessible to everyone, for everyone to enjoy while we're in the playoffs. And then after we get done winning the championship, then there'll be more like members only type deals. But in the meantime, man, only the members can comment, and only the members can join up on stage with me here. So but for everybody else that wants to comment, you just gotta become a member, man. And I know there's been a lot of memberships that have been gifted. So for those that have one, definitely indulge, man. Comment. Let me know what you think. I got a good list today, man. We're gonna talk about the Clippers. We're gonna talk about our Mavericks and like who deserved what, like who was the player of this and that. We're going to give out a little bit of awards for the first round. We're going to talk about Jason Kidd's potential extension, you know. Pause. Oh, crap. Hold on. It's like you move something. Oh, the camera coming back. Should be. This is what happens. You start moving stuff during the stream, and then stuff go haywire. Start the cam. No, not that one. There it goes. Not the laptop camera, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so what I was saying, we got Jason Kidd's potential extension. We got Maxi Kleber's injury. We got the Mavs and the Thunder schedule that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Kyrie giving praise to the Dallas fans. I thought that was very cool. Really cool, actually. And damn, that damn post that I shared kind of went crazy. Also want to talk about... What the hell? All right. Also want to talk about like the OKC. Like, what are their disadvantages with playing the Mavericks in this upcoming series, and then want to get into some series predictions. We'll bring up people up here that want to participate on the show. We'll bring them up here. We'll have a little nice little panel, and we'll be able to talk some basketball with y'all, man. So buckle in, man. And if you want to be a part of the show, just hang tight. I'll open up the show here in a little bit. But you know, I just want to get my stuff off in the meantime. Let me change these beats up. There we go. Let me put this one over here. All right. Oh, okay, cool. I like that one. Yeah, you know, I just wanted to play something different, man. So a different kind of beat, get y'all going. You know what I'm saying? But let's see who's in here, man. We got Mr. Lockbox in the building. What's up, Lockbox? It says, OKC, here we come. You know what's funny? We'll talk about this too. We'll talk about how OKC trying to ban anybody from Dallas to be able to go to the games. If that doesn't tell you how scared they are, I don't know. Daniel in the building. Hey, everyone. Happy Saturday. Yeah, man. Happy Saturday to you, too. We got Big J in the building. Hold on, Big J.
I got a big amount. I took a different route. I am the pick of the little.
He says, don't be scared. Mavs in 5. Hey, man. Hold on. You know, we talk Mavs was talking about receipts, right? Let me show you the receipts I keep. Hold on. Check this out. Can I... On my window tab. Entire screen, no. So not that. So I'm trying to get this up here. Give me a sec. Share screen. Window. There it goes. All right. So let's see. What did we talk about? Okay, here's the Mavs Clippers predictions of round 1, 2024. Anybody remember these? We did this like a couple of weeks ago. Rel says Mavs in 6 at the worst. What a great prediction by Rel, man. Salute to Rel. Happy to see Rel back, man. Happy to see him back on We Talk Mavs. Salute to Rel. Johnny B was like, I don't know. I'm 50-50. No Kawhi, Mavs in 5 to be determined. He was leaning 51, 49% Mavs in 7. Oh, that's funny. Who else? We got Privy MVP said Mavs in 6 at home. 40-point triple-double. We didn't get the 40-point triple-double, but Privy MVP got it right, man. Big J says Mavs in 6 at the worst. Just like Rel. Great prediction. Great prediction. Div says Mavs in 6 if Kawhi plays. Mavs sweep if Kawhi doesn't. Well, he played. So Div got it right too. Salute to Div. Hold on, let me get this comment out the way. My bad. Hold on. There we go. What is my guy DV says, I'll be honest, Mavs in 5. We missed that one. Coy said Mavs in 5. Missed it by 1 as well. Master Fame says Mavs in 5 at worst. First play, Luka hunts Kawhi. Black Noir says Mavs in 5. Chris said Mavs in 5. Sticks said Mavs in 4. Sweeping that ass, as he profoundly said. Lockbox says Mavs in 5. Nancy said Mavs in 5. Gina said Mavs in 5. Ben said Luka ends franchises. Mavs in 5. That's being generous. And my dumb ass said Mavs in 4. So we're gonna do another one of these, and talking about the upcoming series versus the Clippers, man. Gonna be a fun one. Let's see what else we got going up here. Oh, we got TMP in the building. The Mavs Pod, man. If y'all don't know about the Mavs Pod, man, y'all go check them out. Great analysis, great perspective. OG Mavs fan, longer than you and I have been. And just great content. Great Twitter page as well. Y'all go and check him out, man. The Mavs Pod, TMP. He does post-game shows, one-off shows, perspective shows. You know, I loved how one of the videos you made, TMP, where you were talking about Luka Doncic. Like, where is his warrior narrative, right? Like, if it was any other player, they would have been talking about how, this player is overcoming obstacles and playing with a sprained knee and this and that and sick. You know, they talk so much about Jordan's flu game, but they never talk about Dirk's actual flu game because he was actually sick. And they never talk about Luka playing with a bruised knee and dealing with like a sinus infection. But hey, you know, it doesn't fit the narrative to give Luka his props. TMP says on the round 2, I like the way the Mavs match up with the Thunder better than with the Clippers. Agree or disagree? I agree, man. I agree. I think we're all hyped for the idea of facing the Thunder. Here we are, man. I think one of the bigger issues is going to be the officiating, and I wonder what kind of whistle Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to have. I really do. MVP Luka 77 says, hey yo, man, you still going to OKC? I want to go, bro. Don't leave me out of those plans. He says, started talking that kid extension and the stream messed up. Yeah. Oh! Yeah, it did. Knights in the building says Mavs in 5. All right, I'm gonna get your prediction in when it comes time for it. You know, Big J said I said Mavs in 6 on the Clippers. I know, I showed it. You know what I'm saying, Big J? I kept your receipts and I gave you the praise, my guy. Nancy says I'm ready for this next round to get going. I just want Luka to get some treatment so he could be fresh. Yeah, I don't know how quickly he could recover from knee sprain over the next couple of days, but these guys are professionals. They do have some of the best medical teams in the world to deal with injuries. So hopefully he's able to recover pretty quick. Hold my latte in the building. Hold on. The Mavs in 6 against OKC. Dang. You got us losing 2 games. That's crazy. MVP Luka says, it's first round for the knee, though. This ain't the finals. Yeah. That knee got to recover, man. That knee definitely got to recover if we want him to be able to make some kind of a deep run. Like, let me add this. Let me add this to my list of things. Mental lift. There we go. All right, cool. If y'all want to see the list, this is the list of all the things I'm going to talk about today. And then we'll bring in the folks onto the show so they could chit chat with us over there. The case will be. Oh, wrong beat. There we go. Trying to switch up the beats, man. Keep it fresh, keep it funky. Since everybody's dissing everybody out here, that Drake and Kendrick back and forth has been amazing, man. If y'all are unbiased and are just listening to it, you ought to be enjoying it as much as I am, man. Like, I don't. I'm just a fan, man. If I can't get an intro, then for sure we got a spot for you on the bus to OKC. If I can't get an intro, then for sure. Oh, if I can. Hold on. I think I wrote down what you wanted. Give me a sec. I think I wrote down what you wanted. No. What intro you want? 'Cause I still got to work on Master Fames. I got to work on Sticks. Let me know what intro you want, MVP. I got you, bro. Let me write this down. MVP intro. I got you, Ducks. I got you. Yeah, just send it to me, bro. Send it to me. All right, man. Let's go ahead and let's chit-chat about Maxi Kleber's injury. Let me see if I can pull up a report. Maxi Kleber injury. Apparently, it was a really nasty injury, man. Kind of tough. All right, let's go ahead and show it right here. Bang. All right, here we go. So, sources, Maxi Kleber, AC joint out indefinitely. So, Tim McMahon wrote, let me see, can y'all see this? Yeah, y'all can see it. Tim McMahon wrote, Mavericks reserve power forward / center. Maxi Kleber will be sidelined indefinitely after suffering a third-degree dislocation of the AC joint of his right shoulder, sources told ESPN. The injury could sideline Kleber for the remaining of the Mavs playoff run, a source said. Damn. For the remainder, bro? Dallas will face the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference semifinals series that begins Tuesday night. Kleber, who missed most of the first half of the season with a dislocated toe, is a key defender who provides Dallas with lineup versatility. He shot 10 of 18 from 3 in the Mavs' first-round series win over the LA Clippers. Kleber suffered an injury on a gruesome fall early in the second quarter of Friday's Game 6 elimination victory over LA. He landed on the shoulder after being fouled by Clipper forward Amir Coffey on a fast break layup attempt. Kleber, an important role player during the Mavs' run to the 2022 West Finals, shot the free throw after he was injured, but exited the game 1 possession later. Man, that's tough. That's tough. And I'll say this now, like I said it then. The dirty, filthy, disgusting, vile, vomit, dumpster juice, sewer water, punk ass, bitch made Clippers. You know what I'm saying? That was such a dirty foul, bro. You knew the man was going up, and what you do, you hit him on his lower extremities. When a man is up, you're not to hit them below the waist. That's just dirty. It's dirty, man. So I just felt it was a very dirty play. Dirty Clippers, man. Dirty Amir Coffey. It's a big blow in the sense that you lose Kleber, who has been returning to form, right? This has been a Kleber that how would I put it, man? Like he's been able to come into this game and show you different aspects of, how would I say, defense, right? Because we've been questioning his defense for the whole year. He came into this game showing us he still got it, right? His 3-point shot, we thought that thing was dead. He showed you he still got it. And I just feel like he really found his role once we got the two centers, because he didn't have to be the go-to guy or whatever the case may be as far as being the center for the Dallas Mavericks. But now we don't even have him as an option to be able to come in there and roll him out there to help us finish games, help us finish series in a way. You know, he does have the ability of being able to stretch the floor when he can hit a shot. But is it the end of the world? Obviously not. But it is an unfortunate situation. You're without a big time piece to the Mavericks. Obviously, he has how would I say, like, he has chemistry with Luka. He has chemistry with the team defensively. So I don't know who's going to be the next option, whether it's going to be Morris. I doubt Max gets any run. And you don't have any other, like, forward that could back up PJ Washington, right? I mean, think. Are we looking at Dwight Powell now? No, absolutely not. It's tough unless you're gonna be utilizing Luka at the 4 with PJ at the 5. I just don't see the necessary need to go to a 5-out lineup now without Kleber. So you're gonna have to be very smart with how you go about giving PJ a breather, because unless Keith Morris is gonna get more playing time, that's really your only other option to put out there. Yes, Exum and DJJ could be options at the 4 if you think about it. I mean, to me, the next 4 would be Luka. So you would probably run someone out there like Exum, Kyrie, DJJ, Luka, and like a Lively. Or if you want to put, and you got to think about lineups without PJ, right? Like, what does that lineup look like? So it is going to be a little bit problematic. I don't think it's like a foregone conclusion that Maxi had no impact on the team. He did, man. He did. And if we ain't being fair about that, and if we're acting like that doesn't impact the series against OKC, we're drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit too much, man. We are. So we got to pull it back and let's be for real, man. Let's be for real. Yes, Maxi isn't a world beater. Maxi is not the best 4-man on the team. That's PJ Washington. Maxi was probably, I don't know where you would rank him, a more important Mavs, but you're probably looking at 7th or 8th best, and that does mean a lot in a playoff rotation. And what you replace him with is not the same. It's not the same, man. You don't have someone that's going to stretch the floor. You don't have someone that's going to be able to help you defend a little bit better in the perimeter. So it is going to be quite a bit of an issue. So I'm interested to see what kind of lineups they do throw out there without him there. And whenever the panel gets up here, I'll ask them too and see what they think of it. But, man, it's unfortunate for Maxi, but dirty fucking Clippers, man. Dirty fucking Clippers. El Flavo 04 says Maxi is not the type of player. Is not that type of player. He can't fly through the air like that and land safely. Yeah, that too. It sucks. MVP Lucas says, I have unique experience I can share regarding the AC joint injury. All right, when you come up here, bro, I'll need you to share that. Nancy says, did you see the podcast Pick a Side? They got downright crazy nasty about our chances against OKC. There was only one guy that picked us to win out of the 4, and they got in a real battle over it. I have not, but I do enjoy that podcast. I need to go check that out for sure. But first, I got to watch We Talk Mavs one earlier from today. Haven't got to fully because I was like in and out. I was at a baby shower. Nick says, I'm concerned how much negativity it would impact defensively without Maxi. Yeah, man, because you got to think about it, bro. Think of it like this. I don't know if anyone else has mentioned this, But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's gonna attack the paint, right? And if he gets by the first defender, more than likely it's gonna be PJ or Lively coming in to help. And if they get in foul trouble, you're really in trouble. So I think it's very important to be able to keep PJ and our centers out of foul trouble. I really do think so. Shai Gilgeous is gonna, bro. This series is not a foregone conclusion anymore. If Luka is healthy and if Luka is able to play like MVP Luka of this season, then they don't have a shot, even without Maxi. But if Luka is still compromised from a limitations perspective, then yeah, the Thunder, this is going to be a series, bro. Because you're going to get inefficient Luka, right? Or efficient Luka, depending on the type of game and the type of strategy that they have. But you're going to get Luka that's not going to be 100% healthy. You saw him at the end of Game 6. He looked hurt, man. He didn't look the best. He was hobbling everywhere, walking crazy. So hopefully we're prepared, man. Hopefully we're prepared. But I don't know who replaces Maxi. I don't, unless it's DJJ, which is kind of crazy. Nick says PJ would have to fill in Maxi's role a little bit. He's already, pushing 40 minutes a game, 42, 43. Might as well keep him out there the whole game. But that's what I'm saying. His ability to stay out of foul trouble is going to be key for us, man. Big time. Massive key, as they say. All right, man. The next thing I want to get into, man, is hold on. Next, where's my? There it goes. All right, cool. Now I can show it what I want to get into. So another thing that I ended up running into today. Check this out. Let me pull it up. Right here. This is hilarious. So this is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks playoff schedule. All right. This is the playoff schedule. Tuesday, May 7th is the Mavericks and OKC at 8:30 p.m. tip-off. Thursday, May 9th, again in OKC, 8:30 tip-off. Saturday, the 11th, in Dallas, 2:30 tip-off. On ABC of all channels. On Monday, May 13th, in Dallas at 8:30 p.m. And then Game 5 will be in OKC on that Wednesday on the 15th. Game 6 will be on that Saturday on the 18th. And then if there was a Game 7, it would be on May 20th on a Monday. Damn, May 20th on a Monday. So the only real time this series has any days in between it for rest is would be between Game 5 and Game 6. They would have 3 days of rest. This series is going to be a fast series, guys. We're talking about 1 day in between each game. And Saturday, May 11th being a quick turnaround where they play early on that Saturday. It's literally 1 day of rest and that's it. As opposed to other games where it seems like almost 2 full days of rest before they tip off, right? The prices in Dallas for the tickets are astronomical. I would love to go to the OKC game on Thursday. It's right up the street, man. We could all make it out there, right? But I just didn't love this. I didn't love this the schedule for the Mavericks. I think the NBA knows Luka's hurt, and they're like, you know what? Let's maximize this to make sure he's like hobbled for one of the games or he has to sit one. I don't know, man. But you know, these are the games, you got to play them. But yeah, it's just that's odd. I didn't think it was gonna be like 1 day rest periods for the first 5 games. So basically, by next Monday, it'll be Game 4. So starting Tuesday, literally in 6 days, 4 games in 6 days. Then it's gonna be Monday on Game 4, bro. That's kind of crazy, man. So yeah, crazy schedule for the Mavericks coming up. Crazy schedule for the Mavs. So let me pull this other item up. Let me play this one, man. Hold on. Yeah, we need the Stars to win tonight, man. Well, not tonight, but we need the Stars to get their get back. We need them to win Game 7. All right, here we go. Got it. Cool. Right here, let me set this up for y'all. I want y'all to check this out. I posted this earlier, and this post went kind of crazy. I don't know. And this leads me into my next topic, you know. Oh, there we go. All right, man. This is Kyrie talking about the AAC and how they support the players and how they protected the players. Check it out.
Definitely rocking. I remember Maxi hitting, I think, a 3 tonight, and I had never heard it that loud in there. So just to see the fans' reactions, to see them appreciate the game of basketball and also their home team, it feels good, and you feel right at home. Like, just playing well. And even when we're not playing well, they still try to give us energy as best they can. Just knowing other fan bases that I've been a part of, could get real toxic. So, here I think there's a good balance, and they like to protect their players. A lot of great players will come through here as well. So it's not like they haven't seen greatness before. I just think I'm in my era right now where we have a great team, and we should appreciate that and not take it for granted. Definitely rocking.
So yeah, man. I think with that being said, Mr. Kyrie, bro, Mr. Kyrie himself. I think the praise for the Mavericks, I think, is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I was like geeking about it. I was like, man, look at us, look at us and how he's talking about us. So I was just happy to hear it. Obviously a fan of the Dallas Mavericks, right? But a fan to hear that someone like Kyrie and someone of his stature to be able to look at us in that regard, like, nah, they protect us. They even when we're playing bad, they still cheered us. But I think on top of that, it illustrates how different he's had of a journey, like the different journey that he's had. He's gone to different markets and experienced different approaches to how he's viewed or whatever the case may be. And I think he knows that he's in a good spot here. I don't think he's gonna be dealing with any of that the trash fans. And I know we could be a little bit difficult too. Let's not act like we're not, But it's just, I was just happy to hear it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, as a biased Mavs fan, a biased Dallas, Texas guy, like, obviously, like, we don't really get that much talent around here, right? So to be able to get something like that from a massive player of Kyrie's stature, I just think it goes a long way, bro. And I'm just happy to hear it. I was very happy to hear it. And I know a lot of us fans, right, probably think the same way. But hold on, damn, I was trying to put one of my new banners up here, but apparently it's too large for the screen. Hold on, man. K Choice, bro. K mother effing Choice. Says TGK, keep up the grind, my guy. Mavs fan for life. Mavs in 6 against the OKC Thunder. Appreciate you, K Choice. You already know, bro. $10 super chat, man. That goes a long way. And thank you, genuinely, for real. I know there's other content creators that do an amazing job. I know sometimes it feels like your channel reaches a point and you're like, damn, how do you keep it growing? But at the end of the day, it's all about just being consistent and being yourself, So I appreciate it, man, and I'm gonna keep doing what I love to do. And this is honestly one of those. It's a passion project to me. Like, I really do enjoy doing this, and I wish everyone else in the field, right, in the space, to continue pushing their pushing their limits to content creation, right? Again, this show is really just for us to have go back and forth and have some good clear dialogue and good environment for Mavs fans. But I appreciate your K choice for real. So I have another thing I want to show y'all, right? Because Kyrie Irving, man, he said a very interesting thing outside of the Mavs one, right? Let me see if I got it right here. Yeah, this is it. I want y'all to see this. Which is going to lead me into my next topic. So check this out. This is Kyrie talking about Mr. Coach Kidd and if they're on the same wavelength.
Kyrie, a lot of times after games, Jason will come in and then you'll come in later. You guys don't necessarily say the same thing, but it seems like you're on the same wavelength. And I wonder how much of your success in Dallas is attributable to the fact that you've known Jason for a long time and you have that comfort level with him.
I mean, I'll say this: it's not too often that you get to share, a birthday with somebody, also a former top pick in the NBA, somebody that has won a championship before as a player and also as an assistant or a coach. And he has so much wisdom to offer, but I think he appreciates those that are curious about getting more out of their potential. And that's what we've connected on, is just not on the court stuff, but just as a person, how do you get the best out of yourself? He's been through a lot. I've been through a lot. He's seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I'm obviously younger. But he knows I have an older soul. I've grown up around a lot of older people. So, that's how I came into the league. I think that's how he came into the league too. He came in an era that was a little bit different. So we just have an appreciation for like the classical basketball game, and then who taught us it and how we got better and did we get the most out of our game. And I think now he gets to live through me a little bit. We have different games, but I just know when I look at him, he has that understanding of high level chess. And when you have a coach like that, that reassures you, reinforces that you're doing the right things, it goes a long way. So I definitely feel like we're on the same wavelength as well. And we're just proving it every day and just continuing to put one foot in front of the other and take it step by step, man, because it took me a while. I think, when I was a younger player too, I would have liked to be coached by him. And I think, Milwaukee had a chance to trade for me too. And, he just how things work, synchronicity works in this league. You just never know how things happen. And it took us about 7 years for all that to kind of show what we're doing now.
Crazy, man. Crazy. I think Kyrie is a well-spoken dude, man. And just hearing that, yesterday I think I was on Playback TV talking to King, right? And he was talking about Kid's extension, right? Like he's going to get extended. And I was like, hell no. Like we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do that. And yeah. We did that. Well, we haven't done it yet, but I was against it, obviously. But I think knowing now what we know now and seeing, how would I put it, how Kyrie spoke about Kid there, I think that lets you know that Kid is going nowhere anytime soon. I think that man is staying, and depending on how y'all look at it, those are words that resonated, that are gonna go far, bro. As far as keeping Kid here, so I don't know if y'all are prepared for it. I don't know if y'all even want this to happen, but Kid is gonna stay, bro. A player doesn't speak like that about you if he doesn't like respect you, doesn't look up to you, doesn't think that the rest of the team does. And Kyrie being one of the leaders, that is, you're getting a bird's eye view into the team and how they feel. So again, to be able to see that, you kind of already know what's coming. Whenever the season ends, whenever it's time to renegotiate, I think it's a clear indication that Mr. Jason Kidd is going to be staying here with the Mavericks for quite some time. So again, as long as Kidd is still him currently, again, I came into the playoffs giving Kidd his flowers due to his previous playoff performance, and I was like, I'm not going to criticize Kidd in the playoffs based on the regular season. I'm going to judge him based on what he did the last playoffs, and hopefully he could replicate that coming into this playoffs right now. And yeah, there was a few mistakes that I felt happened in the Clipper series, but he ended up being right about letting James Harden take the twos, right? So, sometimes we just got to let a coach cook, and did he ever cook, right? So, Jason Kidd, I think he's going to be a Mav coach for quite some time now, and seeing the way Kyrie spoke about him speaks volumes about that. So, y'all be on the lookout, man. Don't say TGK ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Nick says, did you see Dirk on TNT set tonight? One of the rare times where I watched all of their segments. I haven't. I did see him talk about. Well, I did see. You know what? Instead of talking about it, how about I show it? Right. This is Midnight Mavness. Everything Mavs related should be spoken of. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. Pretty sure I will. I've been really, really trying to keep it PG. There it goes. I found it. Give me a second. Let me set it up for y'all. So this is the one thing I did see from Mr. Dirk Nowitzki on the TNT set. Check it out, man.
Dirk, you had a somewhat successful career. Don't you think if you had went to Auburn like I tried to talk you into, you would have been even more successful?
I think so, yeah, I think so. But it went well. I went straight from the Army, which you didn't believe me at the time.
Because you know what, Ernie, you heard the story, right?
Yeah, yes.
But you can say it again. I'm gonna get. So we take an all-star team over to Germany, and he's 18. He's got 30 at halftime. And we're like, who's that dude? He finished with like 47. After the game, I walk up to him. I said, dude, who are you? He says, I'm Dirk Nowitzki. I said, you 18? I said, you want to go to Auburn? I said, can I get your information? I want you to go to Auburn. He says, he looked at me with a straight face and says, I got to go in the Army. I said, dude, you're 7 feet tall. You're not going in the Army.
That is a true story. That's a true story.
The rest is history. Dirk, you had a somewhat successful career.
So yeah, that was a piece I saw, but I got to see the rest. But I thought that was cool, man. Seeing Dirk up there, when I saw the report come out, I thought that was pretty cool, and it's just seeing Dirk there, man. It's always cool, and hopefully we can see him a little bit more there on TNT. But who knows if they're gonna keep their rights? I have no idea. I have no idea. Let me see here. Big J said, if Omax is healthy, he needs that run. He is the only other player we have that can that can play defense and stretch the floor that has a little size. Here's the thing, Big J. Do you think this is like too big of a stage for Omax right now? I think that's the problem. He would be the only other guy I would consider playing outside of Keith, right? Is he going to get that those times? I'm not sure. Let's save that conversation when I open the show. Excuse me. Kenny is unbearable, though. Yeah, it's sad that he's become unbearable. He used to be one of the guys you look forward to. Richard K's, U-Trip and Maxi won't be missed at all, and we only lose day games. Our big feast. SGA can't beat us alone. Let him score. Just don't foul him. Oh, man. See, I don't want to be the guy where it's like, oh, let's not be too cocky, guys, because then King's going to call me out, or y'all going to call me out. But I learned my lesson, right? I called the sweep of the Clippers, and then we lost the way we lost game one. Since then, I got humbled, and now I'm like, this is the playoffs. Things are different. The game is called different, and you just do not know. And you don't have 100% Luka. I went into the Clippers series thinking Luka was 100% healthy, and I didn't think Gafford was going to get bullied 4 out of the 6 games, So I don't expect Gafford to get bullied at all in this series, which helps us a lot. I also don't think Luka's going to be fully healthy in this series, which causes pause for concern. Do I think this is going to be a sweep this time? Absolutely not. Do I think the Mavs win this series? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just I think it's going to be advantageous to figure that out without Maxi. I think we're not giving Maxi enough credit. I ain't saying the man is all world, right? But in the spurts that he played, it helped. And he was a big piece, a big part of us beating the Clippers in Game 5. Maxi doesn't give you his points, that game looks a lot different. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. MVP Luka said, I'm in my era right now like a mother effing boss. My first time seeing that clip. That's what's up. Let's go with K Choice. Yes, sir. Hey, we got Mr. Joe in the building. Checking in, my guy. What's up, Joe? No showers tonight, man. Only a baby shower. Ultra says, hell yeah, go Mavs. Yes, sir. Frank says, good thing Kid can connect with Kyrie. That's what I'm appreciative of, Kid. Yeah, it goes a long way, man. It does go a long way. Let's be honest. That's why I said whenever Derek Lively was going through his stuff, I felt that Jason Kidd was like the perfect coach to have here. And I don't know if y'all saw that clip with Lively when he saw Tyson Chandler, and he was like, "Pops," like he called them Pops. You know, that was pretty cool, man. So I don't know, man. I think the Dallas Maverick organization is a great organization. The way they're just building it, and I just really hope Kid just continues to be the great coach that he is in the playoffs. He is a great coach in the playoffs.
Here comes the money.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Money talk.
We got Mr. Black Noir here. What's up, Black Noir? He said, TGK, what's up, man? MVP Luke, I've always compared J Kid to Mike McCarthy. Take that how you want. Ooh, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I like that comparison. Nick says that Kid is one of my favorite players, and I want him to succeed as a coach. But fans will always put the coach on blast whenever they feel the team is underperforming, no matter who the coach is. Excuse me. I've been up a long time, man. I've been sleeping. Yeah, I mean, the coach is a scapegoat in many aspects, unfortunately. But right now we're in the playoffs, and I'm not looking at like, oh, we got to fire Kid or whatever the case may be. I think he's been doing a great job in the playoffs, and he has won 2 50-win seasons now with us in 3 years. I don't know, man. Next, I always liked Sir Charles' takes, no matter how crazy they get. Yeah, he's just a great entertainer, man. Frank says, quick thoughts on Lively and Tyson Chandler relationship. I just kind of spoke about it, but I just think it's cool, man. I think having that relationship means a lot to Lively. And I think it also means something to Tyson Chandler to be back with this organization and to have a bigger, meaningful like impact on the game. Whenever you can impact someone as young as Lively, like you hold a different sense of responsibility. And I think they have a cool dynamic there, and I hope they just continue growing. Hey, we got Gina Kim in the building.
Daddy, chill.
Hey, TGK, Mavs in 5. I'll stand on it. All right, little Kendrick. Nick says Kid might roll the dice on Omax if it becomes clear that they are missing Kleber. We'll see. I don't mind it though. I am not knocking it at all. I don't mind it. By the way, tell your boy Drake to get up. Oh my God, we gonna go over there, huh? We're gonna go there. All right. We're gonna go there. Nancy said, even though Luka isn't healthy, as long as he stops shooting the three like he has been, I think his numbers will be a lot better because he's really struggling to make his threes right now. All right, great point. That gets me to my next topic. Let me turn off the music. Gets me to my next point. Luka Doncic, right? We finally got over the hurdle, got over the road bump of the Los Angeles Clippers. I think the reason Luka was missing a lot of his shots against the Clippers was just because he felt the impact that they had on him, man. I think he was pressing, to be completely honest with you, against the Clippers. I think it was pressing. Obviously, he was taking an absorbent amount of shots and missing quite a bit of them. That was so uncharacteristic. And, Kyrie alluded to it, that there's some fatigue there. So I think he was pressing. I think he was tired of the Clippers. I think he was banged up. And I think going into the Thunder, I don't think there's any bad blood between the two teams, but I think Luka matches up so well. He matches up so well against that team that I think he's going to go into that series with a fresher mindset. He's not going to be tired of them. He's not going to be fatigued, like the mental fatigue. And I think beating the Clippers this way allows him to just kind of reset and be able to go against the Thunder. And I think you're going to get a more efficient Luka. I think his threes are going to come back to the mean. And I think Luka's mental game to be able to go through the injuries and the illness and find a way to beat the Clippers when it looked bad for a second, he did it, man. And now he's gotten over that hump. Now it feels like they could beat anybody, you know. So I think one major aspect of that series that I don't feel is being talked about enough is Luka's mental lift. That was a lift, man. It really was. I don't know what other better words to put it in, but being mentally lifted from having this weight on your shoulders of this one team that's been your nemesis in the playoffs that has eliminated you twice, for you to finally eliminate them, I think it just goes a long, long way for Mr. Luka Doncic, bro. So happy for him, and hopefully he gets back to form. Nah, TJ, stand on business. It's okay to be wrong about the sweep. Everyone's high on the Mavs postseason, but still be hype. Believe in us because God did. Well, gentlemen sweep this time. I hope so. Before the season, TC talked about how Lively was his little experiment. I love how far they've come, and we can see good results. I'm happy Lively has a mentor. Same here, man. Same here. All right. Let me see. Let me open up the stage. I'm gonna open up the stage. So for anybody that wants to come up here, man. For anybody that is watching, if y'all don't mind leaving a like on the video, it goes a long way. Prior to y'all coming up on stage, if you haven't hit the like, just hit the like. Goes a long way. We're up late tonight, and if y'all enjoyed the show so far and what topics I brought up, I think y'all gonna enjoy the next couple of ones I bring up. But just leave a like on the show, man. It goes a long way. Let me put the link in the comments below. There it goes. And as soon as we get a person up here, we'll open up the Luka Lounge. You already know how that goes. Oh my God, Gina, really? Say OV ho. MVP, I will burn my Fire Jason Kidd shirt if the Mavs win the championship? Make the Western Conference Finals? Which is it, MVP, Luka? Which is it? But yeah, man, y'all use that link below if y'all want to come up on the show. I got some stuff I'm going to go over. Again, we're going to do series predictions. I'm going to go over the OKC stats disadvantages against the Mavs, and then we're going to give out awards to the best defensive player of the series, offensive player of the series, and the unsung hero award of the series. So if y'all are into that, man, stay tuned, and let's go ahead and let's open up. Where's it at? Where's my Luka Lounge at? Where's my Luka Lounge button? Let's go and open up Luka Lounge. There we go. So I'm gonna bring everybody up one by one. Y'all here, man. Y'all here. We got Big J. We got MVP Luka, and we got Richard Case. You back. What's up, everybody? I'll just call y'all out and then get y'all 2 cents right quick. What's up, Big J?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, bro? What's up, man?
I'm doing good. Waiting for this stuff to start, but letting the fellas rest, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's what is this? Is it Interstate 35? Is it Interstate 35 rivalry?
Yep.
Yeah, 35, right? Yep. It's gonna be nice. Can't wait, man. Richard, what's up, Richard? Richard, can you hear me?
Oh man, I don't know what happened to the vibes.
The what? You're breaking in and out, Rich. I couldn't pick it up.
Positive vibes.
Oh,
you say you bringing in the doom and gloom.
How? How am I bringing the doom and gloom?
Dang.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
You was hollering sweep the other day, man. Look, hey, who's the 2 players all year we said we needed to take away from Kid? He ain't got them now. That's a good
Richard.
day.
Richard.
You tripping.
Look, how am I tripping? How am I tripping?
Let him know, Richard.
I'm saying Mr. Kleber did have an impact in this playoff series, man. He was crucial to win Game 5. His defense has been pretty good. And, yeah, the thing is there's no backup
if we didn't have
for
a
Omen.
day game, if we didn't have a day game, we'd sweep them. They got no bigs other than Chet. We got 3.
I agree. I'll come back to you, Richard. What's up? What's up, MVP Luka?
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, my guy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Man, hey,
were at the game last night, right?
Last night was absolutely wild, and it was one of the best experiences that I've had at American Airlines Center as far as just the magnitude of the game, the Clippers, like just the whole narrative surrounding the Mavs and just where they're at. It was so loud. And that clip you played earlier from Kyrie, that was the first time I saw that clip. So I was at Game 4, and then I was at the game last night, and those 2 games just hit so different from any other games I've been to before. I mean, you got to go back to the Phoenix series in 22, at least for me to compare the energy to what was in the building this series against the Clippers. Man, it was big time.
Yeah, damn, really. Describe the feeling like of the arena whenever Kyrie hit that crazy gather step 3-pointer over PJ Tucker.
Yeah, you know what? I saw Nick. Is it Angstead? Is that how you pronounce it? I saw him at the bar after the game, and just chatted with him for a minute. You know, maybe 90 seconds or something. But that was the one thing that I mentioned to him was like, yo, the biggest moment of the night and the loudest that place was is when Kyrie hit that 3. It just went absolutely ape shit in there. And like, obviously you can see it now with Mike Breen doing the bang. Like, I've watched that clip so many times today, and dare I say euphoric. I know that word means something different now. You know what I mean? With the battles going on, but it was a magical moment, certainly for this season, and for where the Mavs are at, and Luka and Kai, man, and this thing rolling to OKC. The matchup moving forward is so juicy when you talk about the MVP narrative, the young guys, Luka. There's so much to unpack. So for somebody like you that's creating content and doing stuff, you have so much that you're going to be able to tap into in this next series. But yeah, the battle of I-35, man. Hopefully you could roll, man. I'm for sure gonna drive up to OKC on Thursday, and it's What's the play, bro? What's the play? What's the play, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow up with you, man. I'm gonna have to see if I get Friday off so I could act out Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
Yeah, but the West is so good right now, and I was texting the homie Lee earlier about just how effing good the NBA is right now, and to be right smack dab in the middle of that with the Dallas Mavericks and Luka and Kai and just everything going on right now. Just what a time to be alive if you love NBA basketball, man.
Oh yeah. Nancy, I see you in here. What's up, Nancy? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good here. Ready to roll, ready to rock and roll for the Mavs. You know.
Yeah.
We got a big one coming up. Well, what you think? How you think about the Mavs being the Clippers and your thoughts moving forward?
Well, what I want to actually touch back on is Game 4, and I want to ask the guys that were in the arena, because both Chris and Maverick, what is his handle again? I'm sorry.
Which one?
The one
Maverick?
that you. Yeah. Okay. So my question is we heard it all over the sports media, everything. Even I saw Mike, he was on 105.3 doing an interview after that, and he said, I've been to many arenas throughout the country. He goes, and I have never heard a fan base on their feet, screaming, supporting their team when it's down 30 points. He goes, they didn't wait for them to get down to 20. They didn't wait for them to get to 10. He goes, I was blown away by the support that came from that arena. He goes, it started, I think, maybe at 25 points, and it just kept getting louder and louder. But I say that to say there was something they found in that struggle of coming back from 32 down. Did we all like it as fans? Not really. But to think that they went from 32 down to actually tying the game or going ahead, and of course we all wanted to rip our hair out when we saw the fourth quarter and Harden just going and using it like a high school layup line, but there was something in that struggle that drew them all closer and believed that they could still, that they're always in the game. So they never give up. They could have gave up. You saw the Clippers give up when they were down in 2 different games. We didn't do that. Our guys never gave up. Between the defense, between Luka and Kai, between all of them, they still believed that whole time that they could win. And that's really says a lot about the grit and the chemistry of this team that's special. And you don't find that in every team. We keep hearing about all these other teams where the chemistry is skewed and all over the place. And do they even really get along? How can they make it work? That's one component, and then going into OKC, I do think we're a good matchup with them. I don't want to disrespect any team by saying we're going to sweep them, because honestly, I don't even think OKC sweeps the Pelicans if Zion was there. I mean, that's a whole different wrinkle if he was playing, because he was playing top level when he went out.
You sure as hell was.
So, and then you have tonight where Minnesota beat the Nuggets. And I'm just going to say this, and I know we as Mavs fans have been saying this all season. The Nuggets just don't look the same. Does that mean that Minnesota's automatically going to win? I'm not saying that. I'm not disrespecting the Nuggets, but we felt it all along, even through the whole MVP conversation. It was just this narrative that was already attached there, but it didn't really feel like it matched how the team was playing, so there's some interesting things going there. And then, what if, Minnesota comes out of this and Denver gets knocked out,
So that changes things. That changes how this NBA Finals route looks like. It'll be very interesting, though. Very interesting. Sticks, I see you in here, man. What the hell you got to say?
Oh, I got lots of shit to say. What are we talking about, though?
So whatever you want to talk about, man. This is your stage right now.
Oh, it's my stage. Oh,
yeah.
Well, I was working out. I didn't get to see the first part of this show. So,
wow.
Okay.
Wow, Sticks.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah. Fine. You know what? Fine. I'm out. Okay. I'm going with what I said. OKC's going to lose in 4 because they're bitches, and they can't run with us. They won't get the foul calls the same way because the foul calls don't benefit their offense. So, if they want to slow the game down, that doesn't benefit the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, they need to run like we do. So, they're not going to shoot. They don't shoot as many threes. They shoot a good percentage, but they shoot less. They haven't played our type of defense. The last time we had all of our guys together, we were up by 50 at one point, I believe it was. So, I'm not scared of this team. So, I mean, I think at this point Mavs got over the mental problem they needed to deal with. Not only were they having to deal with the mental, struggle in their head with Lucas trying to, get over that hump, but then those guys were playing dirty. They were playing cheap, injuring guys. I mean, hell, they took 2 of our guys out.
2 of them, man.
Thankfully, they're the 2 that I wanted out anyway. So, guess we can't go small ball 5 with Maxi now, can we? So, at the end of the day, I think we whooped the living hell out of them. because I think we are now. I agree with what King says. I think we are now the bullies, kind of like Jordan became after he got past the Pistons. Right? We bullied teams for 25 games. It's the last 25 games, and Oklahoma City's about to get bullied off the stage. So. And I think they're arrogant. I think they're arrogant because they got such an easy win, and that's not good for a young team to come in that cocky. Reality check's coming.
Great point. I think how would I put it? Like the fact that they've had a long layoff, like they had a long rest. The Mavericks are going to come in there still kind of fresh off of this battle that they had, and they're going to go in this game with that same mentality and physicality that they had against the Clippers, where the Thunder is going to take them a while to actually, because I think they didn't get no real playoff games against the Pelicans, right? This is going to be their first real playoff game, and they're probably going to get punched in the mouth so hard in the first game, they're not going to know what happens. So the Mavericks could get out to an early series lead in this, and that'll be very interesting to see how that happens. Because, well, what's that phrase when, like, what is it, like when you build callus? Like the Mavericks have built playoff callus in a way where the Thunder haven't, right? And I think that kind of feeds into the Thunder's lack of experience because of how young they are and how arrogant they are, and I think it's going to be a detriment to them. But I wanted to show this. Mr. Big J sent me this earlier today. I found this very interesting as well. This is from who is this from, Big J? Let me see. Sports Pantheon. Check this out, man. Check this out. Hold on, let me.
Who can easily dislodge them. Consequently, the Thunder ranked 29th in defensive rebound rate and 28th in offensive rebound rate during the regular season. Nonetheless, their achievements include winning 57 games and securing the West's #1 seed. This success stems from their efficiency on initial half-court possessions, led by their star guard SGA. Despite whatever limitations, the Thunder's identity revolves around their dynamic style of play, characterized by aggressive defense, resulting in numerous turnovers, while employing four-guard lineups, guard-to-guard pick and rolls, and an unrelenting drive and kick strategy to outmaneuver opponents. But the Mavericks are no strangers to the drive and kick strategy either. Fueled by the combined talents of Luka, Kyrie, and a supporting cast brimming with skilled shooters and finishers, the Mavericks possess an offensive arsenal capable of competing at the highest levels. Yet, it is their defensive performance that truly distinguishes their identity. Although their time has been limited together, the starting lineup featuring Gafford, Washington, Jones Jr., Irving, and Doncic showcases an impressive plus 22 net rating alongside a defensive rating of 95.5 during the regular season.
Big thing that I took away from that is the fact that the OKC Thunder have a horrible defensive rebounding rate, and that they do run four-guard lineups out there. Big J, I know you said... Oh, go ahead, Nancy. Go ahead.
Did you see our Lively and Gafford had 9 offensive rebounds last night?
Yeah. Yeah. It's imagine what it's going to look like against the Thunder, Nancy. Imagine. Like, I don't want to be too cocky, but it's just I feel like it's going to become one of those situations where, the Mavericks are just too big for the OKC Thunder. The Thunder were too young and weren't ready. You know, that's the narrative's gonna be. But Big J, when you saw that video, what came to mind? What kind of strategies were you thinking of immediately?
One, I thought of course, keeping Chet off the glass because, and I know the biggest problem is everybody's like, oh man, they don't think Max is gonna be that big a deal. We got to get somebody they can get with a lower center of gravity that can push Chet out, so that he's not able to go in there and get easy rebounds and putbacks. So, I think Lively and Gafford are strong enough to keep him out. But if we go small, the only issue you're going to probably have to throw somebody unless they put Omax in, you got to throw in Dwight to get up under him since Dwight's about 6'10", 6'9", to squeeze up under him. But the other thing I thought about is in that last series, you had Brandon Ingram and half of CJ McCollum. So they didn't have really a two-punch scorer with Zion out. I don't think they're going to be able to stop both Kyrie and Luka, even if it's hobbled Luka. I don't think they can contain both of them. And I think that's going to set them up for some struggles.
Oh yeah, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Anybody else got a perspective they want to share about the Oklahoma City Thunder?
They got some ballers. They got some ballers in OKC. Very young, talented team with a guy that's going to win Coach of the Year. So I understand that there's a lot of confidence, and these guys don't have a ton of experience. But these guys are ballers and they're young, and that saying about being too young to realize maybe the moment, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to find out a lot about both of these teams. But I don't know that I'm going to be out here giving sweep predictions against OKC with that much talent. And I don't watch SGA a bunch. So, like, to have like a super informed opinion about what I think about his game, I haven't seen a lot of tape on him besides highlights and when he's played against the Mavs. I'm not looking at a bunch of other stuff, and the highlights are going to be few and far between for me.
Well, the highlights are just him on the free throw line. So
yeah, exactly. So I've definitely seen that, but it's gonna be a fun series, man. And I do think that the Mavs, with the correct rotations, obviously losing Maxi is a bummer, but I'll say this. On the timeline today on Twitter, people were acting like Maxi was some elite player that the Mavericks lost, and I thought it was a bit of an overreaction. Yes, has he been contributing? Absolutely, on the defensive end more than anything. Before he hit 5 threes the other night, he was still scared to shoot, and we were talking about it 3 or 4 days ago. So, like, it's not like he's had a stretch of going crazy. So they have guys on the roster that can replace those minutes. Yes, would you like to have him in the rotation? Was it a part of what they've been doing to be successful? I understand his part in it, but I think they have guys that can step up. And the Mavs, I think, can exploit some mismatches. And Luka is probably going to find his 3-ball in this series. And if he does, look out. Absolutely look out. Because, hey, we know Kyrie in the second half is going to give us buckets. Just always. And I put on Twitter last night, death, taxes, and Kyrie Irving balling in the second half, right? Things that are going to happen. And I was telling the dudes at halftime, there was a big Kai fan that was sitting in front of us. And, I could tell he was a little frustrated with the first half. But to see this guy going crazy, him and his girl were sitting right in front of us. And when Kai started going off, this dude was just in the matrix, bro. And Nick mentioned last night, he asked me, is Kyrie playing the best basketball of his career right now? Is this the best Kyrie that we've ever seen? Obviously, he's in a secondary role. So, you could say maybe he had more points before. Maybe he's had higher averages before. But as far as just where he's at, dude, that video was so sick when Kai said, I'm in my era right now. So, when he was talking about Dallas has seen great players before, but now this Luka Kyrie thing was on the rails, man. Shaky at the end of last year. And to see where it's come full circle a year, and to see, and I'll be the first one to apologize that I was saying earlier this year, I didn't think they had a culture. I did not think the Dallas Mavericks had a culture, and I thought that was coach's fault, that they didn't have a better culture. But something at the trade deadline last year when they got Kyrie, as I said, is it possible, even with the narratives about what type of person Kyrie's been, is it possible that he will bring veteran leadership to this Mavs team that they're desperately lacking? And I said, maybe he doesn't do that by what he says necessarily, because he's not maybe always going to be the loudest guy in the locker room, I don't think. But is he going to show these guys just how to be professionals at an elite level? And he's going to set such an example. And you're seeing that come full circle now. And I always, talk about pulling receipts. I just asked the question, could Kyrie bring veteran leadership? And that post got a lot of attention. It got a lot of traction, a lot of engagement of people saying, you're an idiot if you think you can use leader and Kyrie in the same sentence. And I've had people telling me all season, Boston fans that I'm friends with, a couple that are like, just wait for it to happen. It's going to go south. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And then I'm going to say, I told you so. Well, one of them just hit me up the other day and said, bro, I guess I was wrong, man, because he's in his era, buddy. Kai is in his era and playing at such a freaking high level. And just what a damn treat it is, dude, to be able to watch him and Luka go to work, man.
Maybe because we have better fans that aren't pieces of crap that just trash everybody, which is what Kyrie brought about. And I called that Boston fan. You saw that one earlier, TGK, that I replied to. He's like, oh, we just have a different culture here. No, it's called y'all are assholes, and we're not. Like, we don't try to tear down individuals. Like, we try to build up our teammates. We try to back them up. We want to encourage them. We're not going, you book, bleh. Like Jalen Brunson's the greatest player in the history of New York right now. Wait until next year if he does something stupid and doesn't have this season again. They'll throw him out of New York as fast as they loved him this year. And it's like, why do you want to play with a fan base like that? And so, and then you combine what Kyrie had to put up with the vaccine crap, you know, and he links that book and now he's anti-Semitic. They're just haters. Like they treated the man like a piece of shit. And we've seen in Dallas that he's actually a pretty genuine dude. Like, he's like a legit nice guy. He cares about the community. He wants to be involved. He wants to help people. Maybe y'all just give him a chance, you jerks.
Well, think about it, man. Go back to his first. If you look at all the stops, I mean, in Cleveland, he came in there by himself, and then LeBron came back. And then I don't know if you saw there was an interview he did before where they had talked about, like, how does it feel to have LeBron as a father figure? And he's like, I have a father. Because they were trying to push that narrative like LeBron is his daddy or something. He's like, no. And so he resented that. Plus, the team tried to trade him, but, behind his back. He thought LeBron was pushing it. So that's why him and LeBron started clucking heads. But LeBron came back and later and told him, no, that wasn't me. So, and then he went to Boston. And, I mean, like you said, Boston fans are Boston fans. Then he went to New Jersey, New Jersey, New York, where you got New Yorkers. So you had some of the worst media around him at all times, and now he comes here where it's kind of chilled out, where you don't have, they're scared to ask questions. After they don't ask tough questions out here because they're scared they're going to lose access. So they just kind of shut up and keep it going. So it's real easy for him out here. So I think that plus the organization makes it easy for him to be himself without having to be combative so much.
Well, and having watched a lot of the process, and I'm actually from New York myself, like, I don't even think people understand how toxic it was. Like, I mean, TGK, you saw the interview, you saw how extensive it was. And believe it or not, this media here was, so I don't know who's in that room because I don't recognize the voices, but this media asked more deeper questions than they have in a long time. And it's funny how the guys on the radio at 105.3 said when the playoffs come and you start getting media from all over the place, are they going to start trying to poke the bear? And they did to some degree, because I put it like this, and this is why I even said the thing about what Nick and those guys said. It's not that I don't appreciate what Nick and them do on Locked On Mavs. My thing is I guess what I say to all you guys, here's a different perspective. And Sticks, you just kind of nailed it right on the head. I get the narrative of people trying to use the kind of stuff we were talking about, TGK, and that one thing where I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, because I know out with the Mavericks, you guys all have content, you respect each other, you try to support each other. It wasn't that. Like DV and I was saying, it was cringeworthy, because, if you could really listen to what he was saying in that interview, like, you guys don't even know because you didn't experience what he was living through back then with the vaccine and them really trying to cancel him out as an NBA player, like trying to get him out of the league. And the most insane thing about it, he wasn't even the only player that wasn't vaccinated. That's the most insane part about it. But they all acted like he was the only player and this is his job. But it's also his body, too. Like, that's the thing they weren't taking into consideration. And the other thing about that was the insane thing about it is with the rules and regulations that New York put on them. Like, let's just say Kai was in Dallas at that time. You want to hear something that'll blow your mind? He wouldn't have missed any games. He would have missed 0 games. Yep. So what they put him through was so insane. And part of it was the owner that wanted to punish him for not getting the vaccine because he could play the road games, but he wouldn't let him play the road games. And the only way they let him play the road games is because they couldn't win without him. Yeah. And then that was possibly going to put them out of the playoffs. But then the insane thing is when people came into New York, like all you road teams, they could play in New York and in Brooklyn.
Without a vaccine, too.
Without a vaccine.
Yep. But you live there, you couldn't. It was crazy rule.
Yes. So, and I remember saying during that time, how does anybody mentally cope with everything that was going at them? And then what happened when what Stick said with that link there, you have no idea how toxic the media was. I mean, they actually were full-fledged on attack mode on him in every single interview. And the problem was, like he said, he could have handled it better. But I think you're all men, so you would know this better than I would. How are you all going to react if somebody's attacking you like full-fledged on attacking your character? And what they were doing was, let's just use the word racist. They were just saying, okay, he's a racist. And he's saying, no, I'm not. And they were wanting him to say, yes, he was. And he was like getting mad because he said, I know who I am. That's not what I am. And you all now get to see this. And you see him. You see how caring, how loving, how generous. He'd give you the shirt off his back. He gives massive amount of money and generosity. He doesn't hate anybody. But yet they were trying to make him say that he does. And that's why he got an attitude in yes, was it the best way to react? But no, but when you got a microphone in your face 24/7, I can't say I'm not going to make a mistake and speak out and talk back and get frustrated with somebody. So now this experience in Dallas for him is bipolar, like total opposite, like from what he was living in there. Like this became national news, what happened to him. It was insane. Like national, not even just like sports media, national media. It was on CNN for crying out loud.
Yeah, it was one of the hottest topics too when everything was going on, and so.
Hey, can I just
go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I just say real quick, just appreciating Nancy being on the show, and it's Nancy, right?
Yeah.
And just you clearly know ball, and that's just a great perspective from the New York side. So thanks for sharing that with us, and you're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But can I say one more thing about Tim McMahon, because I just realized part of that is and when Sticks was saying how the media treated him, I listened to Tim McMahon the other day on an interview during this series. They had him on 105.3. And of course, this is the point I was trying to make, which I got sidetracked. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I get extremely passionate, so sorry.
It happens to all of us, Nancy. You're good.
So I was saying that to say is the perspective I like other people to look at, because I try to look at different sides of things, not just one-sided. And what we were saying that's kind of cringeworthy, imagine having kids. Sticks, you have kids, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. So, Jay, do you have any kids?
Yeah, mine are grown. Yeah.
What?
Yes, I have kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I got grandkids. I'm old.
Okay, so here's my question to all you guys. I don't know whether you have boys, girls, whatever. Can you imagine go to your kid and just saying to them, hey, you know what? Over and over and over and over every single day, reminding them of all the ways they screwed up every day. Do you not think that's going to make your relationship absolutely toxic with your kids and grandkids if you want to point their mistakes out every single day? And why I say that to say that his past is his past. It's part of his legacy. It's part of who he is. But he's also grown and he's matured since then. He's made mistakes, but not all of it was his fault. A lot of it was the media. But he's owned up to the mistakes. So why is it every time somebody wants to talk about him, they have to start with the prefaces. Oh, but let's remind you about Boston. Let's remind you about Brooklyn. Why can't we just talk about what he's doing here in Dallas and the player he is and what he's doing for our locker room and for our organization instead of reminding everybody? So here's the interview even with these guys, with McMahon, is why do you think that it works out here in Dallas, but it didn't work out in these other places? And McMahon literally turned around and said, well, you know, he goes, it's not like it's not like Brooklyn. Because they're like the stepsister to the Knicks, right? Because everybody knows Madison Square Garden, the Knicks is the bomb, and you're not even comparing. I don't even know why the owner thought it was a good idea to move from New Jersey to New York, but he did. So now you think you're going to compete with the Knicks. You're not. You're just not. So he said, the media doesn't care anything about Brooklyn. In other words, to say that the media was not the way they were with Kyrie in Brooklyn because they don't care nothing about the Brooklyn Nets. So he said it's not the media. And I was like, oh, dude, you are so far from having any reality in what was going on there. You know, it's not true at all. So I just say that to say, why does everybody got to bring up every last thing he did wrong just to say what an amazing 40-point game he had last night? Or how about him and Luka are just like destroying everybody's perspective of what they were and what they could be?
Yep.
Because you can't let people grow. That's the problem.
Yeah, they didn't want to. They wanted to keep Kyrie where he's at. They wanted to keep that perception the same. And they how would I put it? Like, I know he's relishing in this, and I know for them, I think for him, I would just love to see Kyrie back on that NBA Finals stage once again, and it forces everyone to have to talk about him, because I already know, like, he didn't win Clutch Player of the Year, and I felt it was because it was a foregone conclusion that he didn't deserve to win it because, you know, ESPN has such influence that they were like, no, it's Curry and DeRozan and this other guy, none of which made any playoff appearances, right? So go ahead.
I don't even understand what clutch player is then, because if it sounded like, and somebody correct me if I'm misinterpreting how they seem to perceive it, is the person that scored the most points in the fourth quarter. That's not a clutch player. That just means you scored a lot of points.
The most, yeah. They should have called it the score the most points in the clutch player award instead of the clutch player award. You know, it is what it is, man. It was very disappointing because I would think clutch leads to wins, right? And Kyrie was leading us to wins in the clutch because I think we all know Luka would carry the first three quarters and Kyrie would help finish it off in the fourth. And Kyrie had the best game winner that I could think of. I don't know what other game winner of y'all have seen that beats that one. And I'm just like, I don't know how he got no nominations for Clutch Player of the Year. It just blew my mind. But anyway, go ahead, Ricky.
To me, my definition of clutch player is stepping up at the time of the moment when needed. To me, that's my definition of clutch player.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Gucci? How you been, man?
I've been good, fam. I've been meant to, be a member and stuff. But, finally made it happen. Yeah, we in the building.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Richard, I know you've been wanting to say something. Richard, go ahead, man. Sorry about cutting you off.
Well, I just wanted to state the obvious on a couple of things.
Go ahead.
Everybody remember back when Kevin Durant and Kyrie were talking about going to New York? And then Kyrie said, screw that, I wanted to go to Brooklyn, and him and Kenny went to Brooklyn. Up until then, Stephen A. Smith loved Kyrie. He sang his praises. When that happened, Stephen A. Smith caught the red ass, and he declared war on him. And that brought all of ESPN in with him. and I lay 90% of his headache at that. Just a beef between two guys that everybody else weighed in on. Right or wrong, that's kind of how I see it.
Well, don't you
back to
remember, Richard? Don't you remember Stephen A. keeps saying over and over again that it wasn't personal?
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch.
No, I'm
First
being
Take and all that.
sarcastic.
And I mean, I did. I was a fan of the show. And then, I don't watch ESPN at all no more. I'm as bad as Rail. I don't watch cable TV. Everything I do, I get off the internet. It's just, it's just weird how somebody can use their media personality or whatever, even to a star player, and basically ruin them. I mean, think about it. If Kyrie hadn't came here, he wasn't far away from getting out of the league. I mean, it got that bad for him. Whether
Hey,
he
Richard.
left because he didn't want to deal with it no more, nobody would sign him. But now he's back and he's happy. He's playing good. Nobody's screwing with him, and he's been for me to say any over 30 player is worth what they're getting paid. That it's a compliment, and he's worth every dime of it. You can't measure the things he's done for the Mavs. And then I got a question for y'all after y'all think about that one for a second.
All right.
Hey,
Hit me with your question. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, let him.
everybody.
Go ahead, Richard.
We all agree that our centers are gonna. All OKC's got his check. Okay, then Dort, if they're playing right, will come off the bench. SGA, I mean, Giddy's going to be in the starting lineup. I'm not worried about anybody else that they're going to have in the starting lineup other than Jay Williams. You put PJ on him. You let our bigs match up with them. You've got a rotation of Exum, Josh Green, DJJ, that can run over Dort or their other guards. You let SGA cook. To be honest with you, I'm putting Kyrie on him. I think Kyrie's fast enough and shifty enough that he could at least agitate him, and that he's skillful enough that he won't foul his ass. You let SGA shoot. You just make it difficult on him, and you don't foul him. I think Kyrie's probably the only one that can actually do that. And that's a compliment coming for me to say that I think he can do that. But, nobody else, you shut Dort and Williams down. I can live. If Josh Giddey sinks 6 threes, I can live with that. It ain't going to happen 4 times.
Well, 6 threes is a little too much. I would put him at 18, and he doesn't do well once he gets over 18.
Shots.
I'm happy with their record, but that's regular season, y'all. I don't think OKC's going to be that big of a deal. I got
Richard,
why we had our issues with the Clippers, and no matter whether it's Denver or Minnesota, we're going to have issues.
Hey, Richard, I'm waiting for the question. You say you're going to ask the question.
Speech.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a question.
Well, that was kind of the question, was whether y'all agreed with my perspective on that or not. Am I looking at that wrong? That's where the question part comes in.
No, I love the deep dive. I'm with you. I think it's very simple.
Pause.
I think. Oh God, here we go.
Hey, yo.
Let me get the pause. And then let me hit you with this. All right, cool. Got it out the way. Anyway, I think the approach to the OKC Thunder is it's a simple one, to be completely honest. It's a simple approach. It's just efficiency. I think if the Mavs protect the ball, prevent the amount of fast breaks the OKC Thunder could run, and you limit the amount of boards that they could get, like you end their possessions and get the rebound, and then you give yourself additional offensive rebounds, additional opportunities to score. I think it's as simple as that. SGA could go for 40, and I'm not worried. It's if the others hit their shots, and that's going to be the key thing about it, because they barely beat us without Luka, and then we beat them by like damn near 40 with Luka when we were fully healthy, right? So that kind of tells you the levels of how close these teams are matched up, and we barely lost to them while we were on the road on some questionable calls, right? So I think the Mavericks, they just have all the size in the world to deal with this team.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
I'm sorry. Didn't we go with some small ball in that game too?
Yes.
I mean, when
Yeah,
we were
you
on
mean the game
road-
without Luka?
Yeah, without Luka.
Yeah, we went with all kinds
lost,
of dumb
but-
lineups.
I mean, we still put. I mean,
And with
we were only lost about what 5 or 7, and we went a ridiculous amount of time with the small ball.
Yep.
If I remember.
Yeah, I think Kid
and
was
with the
was
rotation and the
sabotaging
way
us.
Kid likes to play 3 guards, we're still gonna play small, y'all. He can line up 3 guards out there, one big, and PJ if he wants to, and 4 guards. Kid's still gonna do that, y'all. We're not gonna be able to get that out of his mind. He believes it works, and it don't matter what we think. Kind of like, I don't like it, but he's gonna give Keith a shot. When given the opportunity, Kid's gonna go with old and crusty every time.
Where do you get that idea? Like, Keith hasn't played a game in like.
Anybody else.
Why do people think Keith's coming in the game? He hasn't played in forever.
I mean, he tweeted about it.
That's Kid's MO. And then he's gonna go with a 3 and 4 guard lineup. That's just how he plays.
Yeah.
Well, how do you guys? Let me ask you this question: how do you guys think Exum's going to do? Because right now he's either scored 0, 2, or 4 points.
Well, I can't imagine that he's going to have less of an impact in the next series than he did against the Clippers, right? And hey, no disrespect, that's my guy, Ozzy, oi, oi, oi. Hey. So like, I think Gafford and
We got
Exum.
background noise. Hold on. Is that? Who's this?
He's playing it like an echoing.
Yeah, somebody got the background on. I think whoever joined as Sticks is a moron. Whoever that is, they have their background stuff on. I'm gonna need you to mute your video.
Did you let someone with the name Six is a moron get up here?
Yeah. Let me show you. I don't know who this is. Sticks is a moron. Can you speak right quick?
Well, we know all Sticks is a moron.
Hey, real quick, before we get off the rails here, I want to give a shout out to my guy Master Fame over here, man. Appreciate you. 10 TGK TV memberships was gifted out. For those that got them, man, I hope y'all appreciate them. But I appreciate you, Mr. Master Fame. And if you want to come up here, man, let me know. I think we got one more spot open. So, but appreciate your Master Fame. Means a lot, my guy.
I think Div.
Ain't no one want to listen to you.
Div and King are trying to get on, so I'm actually going to get off.
I'll get off, guys.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just want to listen. I just wanted to put Sticks as a moron thing on there. So, all right, good night, everybody.
Night.
Joe.
Hey, DGK.
Yeah.
In answer to Richard's question, as far as how we would attack him, I would kind of go in a different direction. I'm not going to put Kyrie on SGA to wear him out on the defensive side. I'd much rather put DJJ on SGA and put PJ on Williams, because those are the 2 biggest offensive threats. And then you put like Luka on Dort, put Kyrie on Giddey, because, if Giddey shoots, whatever. And then you let our centers handle Chet. And I think that's the best way to keep them fresh, where they're not expending a whole bunch of energy on the defensive side. They can kind of slack off to some extent, but then like I said, we're locking their guys down defensively because I think DJJ showed he can play defense against he was Dean up Harden, even though he got that stupid foul that wasn't a foul when he didn't touch him and they still called a foul with his hand. He literally pulled his hand back. It was about an inch gap the entire time, but they still called a foul.
Well,
So
it's inconclusive evidence.
Yeah. Don't you guys think it's
I'm
better
so,
like
I'm
Luka
so
on Giddy
BJ.
instead?
I'd go with it.
You
go
wouldn't want
ahead, Div.
Luka on, you wouldn't want Luka on Giddy instead?
like I said, I put him on Dort because that means you're not gonna put Kyrie on Dort.
Okay.
And I'm worried about Giddy's passes hurting us. I'm not worried about him.
Giddy's a
shooting
terrible
or
passer. What are you
rebounding
talking
like
about?
that.
Giddy be throwing balls all over the place.
Not the Giddy I've watched. Not the Giddy I've watched.
Not the Giddy, no Diddy. All right, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, obviously we're a very confident bunch right now, and deservedly so, right? Mavs fans, we can feel ourselves right now, and we can be super confident going into the series. But if we can sit here and say, hey, I see where the Mavs have better matchups and they're going to do this. Clearly, the coach of the year over in OKC is going to see those matchups as well. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do in some of those spots. But I wonder, like going into the Clippers series, it was like, Gafford and Lively are going to destroy Zubac. And then literally game one, they started feeding the ball to Zubac and saying that they felt like they had the better matchup there. Is it possible that they try to feature Chet a little bit more and try to draw those guys out? I don't, look, I've said it in the past, I'm an NBA casual, so I haven't even looked at the stats when it comes to, has Chet had good games against this year?
No.
So they haven't exploited that or it's a bad matchup for them? I mean, I don't know.
2024 versus Dallas, he was 20 minutes per game, only 11.8 points, 3.8 rebounds, 4.3 assists, half a steal, 0.3 block, 2.3 turnovers per game, shot 36.7% and 30.8 from threes. So the answer is no, he sucked ass.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's awesome. Way to have the stats ready to roll there. Let's go.
I thought that Lively actually dominated in both games they played. To be honest,
Lively was
with y'all.
posterizing Chet all over the place. Chet got destroyed by Lively.
Gav then either.
We did for that game. We blew him out though.
Okay.
Are y'all ready to play this award game I want to play?
No, we're not gonna let you run your show. No.
I know. Right? Let's go ahead and let's get into giving some awards out, man, to the Mavs versus the Clippers. Let's go ahead and get this show rocking and rolling, man. So, as you know, we like to go in order as soon as we start jumping this off. Pause. I don't even know if that deserves a pause, but yeah, man. The Mavs versus Clippers awards. Okay, I've been putting polls in the comments below. Pause for the people to vote. And I want to get y'all's perspective for everyone that's here. I see we got Master Fame is here as well. So we're just going to go down the line, all right? So we're going to start off. What's up, Master Fame? We're going to start off with Offensive Player of the Series. Big J, who is your Offensive Player of the Series for the Clippers and the Mavs?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, that's going to be Kyrie.
Kyrie, okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put Kai right there, and then we'll create space for another one. See in case someone else gets votes, which I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right, so Kai gets a vote. I just put a tab right here for now, let's go with a dot. Let's do a dot, just so I keep track of it. All right, Richard Case, who was your Offensive Player of the Series for the Mavs versus Clippers?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with flat 2.
Flat 2. That's funny. Sticks, what you got?
Kai.
All right, I swear, if I gotta, is everyone else in unison with Kai, Gucci, MVP, Div, all y'all? Let me know who y'all Offensive Player of the Series.
For me, it'll be Luka.
What? Wow.
Against the Clippers?
Wow.
Against the Clippers. Oh,
Yeah, he's
sorry,
asking.
sorry.
Come on, pay
thought you
attention.
were
Giving
talking
awards,
about-
not
My
pre-awards.
bad, my bad, Kai. Yeah, Kai.
Oh, you got Kai? Okay.
I thought you were talking about next series.
No, I clearly said it's. Look at your screen.
It's right in front of my screen.
I clearly said.
Special.
That's funny.
I thought I was the only one smoking on the stage.
Gucci, who you got, man?
Ditto, Kyrie.
All right. MVP Luka? Can't hear you. I see you talking, but I can't hear you.
Said Kyrie.
Oh, he said, all right, Kyrie.
Yeah.
And Master Fame, who you got, bro?
Dwight Powell.
Ah!
No, it's got to be Kai, right? Because I mean, Kai's got the insane moves all series. He had that snatch away from PJ Tucker. He had that 3-on-1 at the rim. He had threes. He was just unstoppable offensively this series. So it's nobody but Kyrie Irving.
Can I change my style? I'm gonna go with Paul George
No.
because he took out Timmy, which saved our offense.
That's unsung hero.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's
my
other
bad.
categories.
Unsung hero. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, man. We're going to move forward to the defensive player of the series. And we'll bring in everybody's favorite sound effect. Hold on, let me lower it a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, that zombie music gives me anxiety every time.
The zombie one?
Yeah, this like sounds like the zombie from COD Black Ops.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, it kind of sounds like the lobby music for zombies, so it gives me anxiety.
Wow, we have different experiences with that record. It reminds me of GoldenEye. That's crazy. All right, Big J, who is the defensive player of the series? I think this is going to be a real difficult one for everybody.
I was going to still go with PJJ. PJ Washington. Yeah, PJ Washington.
How was that? Richard Case, who's your defensive player of this series for the Mavs vs. Clippers?
Well, I'm gonna start the controversy off. I thought it was DJJ.
I don't think that's controversial at all. Sticks, who
I
you
like
got?
him too.
I'm going DJJ because I think he stepped up. We expected PJ. DJJ made another leap in that series.
All right. Gucci, who you got?
PJ.
Oh, okay. Interesting. MVP Luka.
Yo, dare I say Luka fucking Doncic, buddy?
What?
Okay. My man played better defense in this series than I've maybe ever seen him play in his career. Maybe not the whole series, but definitely for some moments. And I think it energizes the other guys to play defense a step above. When they see Luka getting after it like that, it energizes the whole squad.
He did block some crucial 3-point attempts. I ain't gonna lie, man. Wow. Great point.
That's a fair
Div, who you got?
I've got actually Kyrie Irving because what he did to Harden was crazy, man. He like locked him up and scored.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, all right, Master Fame, who you got, bro?
So I'm gonna piggyback off of the last two, and I was gonna say Lukai because
wow.
Nah, you gotta pick one. You can't be. Nah, you gotta pick one.
Okay, so if I'm gonna have to pick one of them, I'm gonna pick Luka because Kyrie, I think before this series was already an underrated defender, especially when he locks in. Luka has never been that type of defender, so I'm gonna say Luka because, man, with him picking up the ball on possessions and where they're like, oh well, we don't even need to switch. It changes the defensive scheme entirely, and it makes the rotations even more crisper, especially when Luka's locked in.
All right, see, we got someone else on the stage. Who we got? Is Kai World? Oh, they're gone. Never mind. All right, so it looks like we have two ties, right?
You can be the
Luka
tiebreaker.
twice, DJJ, PJ. I won't be the tiebreaker. I'm gonna let the people that voted in the poll below. I put
you can't. You
What?
can't bitch out like that.
What?
You
Yes,
got to
I
be the
can.
tiebreaker.
Yes, I can.
Nah, they called me out, bro. You gotta fix that.
Hey, no, hey, Luka's
pick
not even on
Kyrie,
the
it'll
list.
still be tied. Pick Kyrie. it'll
Luka's
still be
not
tied.
even on the
You
list.
Do what you want.
Nah. Oh, well, to me, damn, y'all putting me on the spot. Fuck.
Luka.
Kyrie.
Hey, this your show, man.
It is my show.
We're bullying him. We're bullying him like the Clippers trying to do the Mavs.
But
Hey,
these are
every
y'all
time
awards,
Luka got one of those big stops, he would like stop and stare at the kid in the bench.
Gina
here's
picked DJJ.
Nah, the people voted DJJ. I personally would vote DJJ.
Boo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Luka was throwing them lockdown emotes on everybody too, man.
All right, look.
Kevin!
Y'all want controversy? I'm gonna give y'all controversy, right? I felt when Luka had 5 fouls against James Harden that he still should have played physical defense against James Harden and not just let him go get a layup. Reason being, because if they're gonna kick Luka out for a ticky-tack foul, shame on the NBA to kick out a superstar on a ticky-tack foul. As long as Luka played good, solid defense and it wasn't egregious, they're not going to call a foul on him in that situation. Yes, it's Tony Brothers. I don't care. But if they would have kicked him out, that would have made the NBA look so bad. And I felt Luka should have put a little bit more effort in that to protect Mr. Maxi Kleber, because you saw Luka could play defense. We saw it Game 6. We've seen it Game 1s, 2, and all the other games that he did participate in. But I think DJJ, I just felt that his impact was massive, especially against PG, and the role that he was able to play against that man. So I say DJJ, because he was not only able to pick up players full court, he actually gave you some firepower on the offensive end as well. So that kind of just goes back to how good of a defender he was to be able to play both sides of the court. So I'm gonna say DJJ, congratulations, DJJ, you are the defensive player of that series, man.
Hey, Frank is giving some love in the chat to Lively. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
I care about the chat people.
I put Lively as an option in the chat, the poll below.
He made the list.
0%.
He made the list over Luka somehow. So look, if you guys are going to rob Luka of this award, dare I say that now? Hold on. Dare I say that now Jason Kidd has cost Luka 2 awards this season? Because the reason that you did not give it to him is because of the defense on James Harden, which I think we all agreed at the time and probably still can now that was coaching there. That was what they were going for. So because of bad coaching, Luka's not going to win the defensive player of the series on Midnight Madness, and he's not going to get the MVP of the season because of coach.
Calm it down, MVP Luka.
Watch. Here we go. I'm about to show y'all something. Let's look at this, man. Let's look at this. Let's go.
You busting out the advanced stats.
Oh, advanced stats don't play with old heads like me. Come on.
You gonna pull out the kitchen sink too?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it all out. Pause.
Yeah, pause. Hey, all right.
There we go. Let's go defense. Let's go playoffs. Let's see. Let's pull up Luka, right? Let's pull up Doncic. All right. So he had a defensive rating of 105.6. Okay. He averaged 1 steal per. No. He averaged 1 steal per game and 0.5 blocks per game. Opponents points off turnovers. I don't know what all that means, but we'll just stick with the defensive rating. That'll be our barometer, right? So Luka had a 105.6. Okay. Now let's go look at Washington. Damn, he had a 109.7. But he did have 1.5 steals and 1.2 blocks. So his defensive statistical side of things are better than Mr. Luka. I don't know how much that defensive rating is valuable here. Let's look at Jones. Derrick Jones.
Oh, it's not.
Jr.
It's not valuable anymore. What?
Look at
101.
Derrick Jones Jr. had a 101 defensive rating. Dang, he didn't have steals, but he had blocks.
What about
So
Kyrie?
he didn't have steals much, but he had 1.1 blocks. 101.8 is pretty good. You know, no, but not for PJ. That's weird. Kyrie, a 108 defensive rating, but he averaged almost 2 steals per game and 0.3 blocks. Who else? Lively, a 105 defensive rating. Yeah, Derrick Jones had the best defensive rating, man.
Luka.
Oh, okay.
Luka.
We could look up another one. Let's look up the defensive dashboard.
Look up Tim. I think his was 0.
How about no? How about we don't look at Tim?
Oh, actually, he did play for a couple minutes before he got injured. Never mind. It was probably pretty bad.
All right, so opponents shot 40% against Luka in the playoffs on 18 shot attempts per game. Let's see, Derrick Jones. Damn, they shot almost 50% against Derrick Jones there. That doesn't help my argument. Let's see, Washington. They shot 47% against Washington. Damn. Hey, your Luka argument looking good, man.
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Let's go.
How many shots?
38%.
Let's go.
10.
Only 10. That's why.
There you go. Kyrie should have
Lively.
been the MVP for the defense.
Damn, hold on. Luka's numbers are kind of insane, aren't they? Hold on. Let me see.
How many shots on Derrick Jones Jr. though?
Wow. 8.
Huh?
Wow. 8.
On Luke 8?
No, on Derrick Jones is 8. Luka has 18.
No. Kyrie was 8. No, Derrick Jones only had 8, did he?
No, they only shot 8.8 against him. 8.8 shot attempts against him. But that kind of says more to like how his defense led to the opponent have to like pass out of it and take a shot over him.
101.
We'll still take his defensive rating of 101.
Team defense, bro. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, interesting. That was fun. That was a fun little.
Bro, what's this whoopo down here talking about? Still saying Luka's an average defender. I mean, get that Maverick logo off your damn icon.
Man, let's give him a boo.
Who's these undercover Clipper fans in here pretending to be Mavericks?
Oh, man. All right, man. Let's get into the last award here. Let me find a cool sound effect for us. Which I want as the background. Y'all want just a kid doing
maybe
this?
We'll watch Major League and get some Kentucky Fried Chicken and put that in his locker.
I know, I got it. All right, man. So the unsung hero of the series, man. Let's have a fun one with this. Big J, who was the unsung hero of this series?
I'm going to say this. So it's either a toss-up between Paul George for taking out THJ or THJ for cheering on the bench and keeping the seat from flying up when the real players went in.
Big J, you're going to be stealing my thunder.
Who you going with, man?
I'm good with THJ. THJ kept that seat from flying up in the air when the real team went in there and played basketball.
All right.
And he
I
clapped.
knew what I got myself into with this award. All right. Richard Case, what you got?
I got
unsung
Luka. This is where I bring Luka back into it. He lost his 3, but found his defense.
Okay. I like it. Mr. Gucci, who's your unsung hero of the series?
I'm going to go with Luka.
Gonna go with Luka. All right. Let me get you down.
I think I want to go with Kai, though.
All right. Who you gonna go with?
I think Kai, man.
Kai, the unsung hero?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Where am I? MVP Luka. What you got, bro?
Oh man, you know what? I mean, Kai's obviously getting a lot of love, so I don't know that would fit the definition. I think J Kidd's kind of getting a lot of love too, so maybe that doesn't fit it.
It fits. Pause.
J Kidd.
Wow, I didn't see this coming. All right, Mr. Div.
Nico Harrison. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Kyrie. We wouldn't wouldn't have PJ. We wouldn't have Gafford, man. It's Nico Harrison is the unsung.
Do you know what unsung hero means for the series, not for the season?
Hey, if we don't have them, we're not in this series. Maybe I'm just gonna pick Nico, man.
Nico Harrison is an unsung hero. That's
You said have fun with it.
I guess that's what I did. I set myself up, Richard. It's me. Master Fame, who you got? Unsung hero of the series. Let me go ahead and make polls.
My unsung hero has to be Maxi. The effort and defense and the big shots that he was able to make in this series, I think, was really key to winning this series. And it really sucks to see him go down like that. As soon as he hit the floor, man, I was like, man, Maxi's out for the rest. Gaff and Lively are going to have to step up, man. They can't get played off the floor now, especially that Maxi's out. And somebody's going to have to step up. We're going to see a lot of PJ5 fall, I think, this series once Chet goes out.
All right. I like it. I went ahead and put the poll below, Unsung Hero Award. I put Maxi, DJJ, PJ, and Kyrie. I'm going to let the people vote real quick. And
whoa. Where's my answer?
What do you pick? Luka?
No. It's Timmy.
Timmy? Oh, yeah, you picked you. Yeah.
That's it.
Let me hold on. Let me educate. I know Joe's trying in the comments. Let me educate everybody. A person who has achieved great things or committed acts of bravery or self-sacrifice, yet is not celebrated or recognized. So Timmy self-sacrificed. He's the unsung hero. There we go. He took one for the team, people. There you have it. It's that simple. You can't be giving it to Luka. We expected Luka to be great. That's not an unsung hero.
Yeah, Luka is a sung hero.
I ain't never expected Luka to play defense.
Did y'all expect Maxi to go 10 for 18 from the 3-point line?
Never.
I'm gonna go get with Maxi.
Yeah, I changed my vote to Maxi.
Y'all could talk me into that.
All right.
Whoa, Richard said you could talk him into voting Maxi. Holy shit.
Damn, son,
where'd you find this?
It was a hell of a game when we needed it, and I'm not going to take that away from him. And as a backup 4, I don't hate him. And that it ain't Maxi's fault that we overuse him. That don't mean I don't want him traded.
You know what? You know what that showed? You know what that showed, though, that series? You just said when they showed the highlight of Maxi in that game from the a couple years ago, and he was hitting those shots. Maxi just needs to stay in the corner. That's where even in the highlight video, he was hitting his threes. That fool needs to stay off the top of the key and around the front edge. Just keep him in the corner. His shot looks better, and he seems to be able to hit them. I don't know why we're moving him off the corner. Of course, now he's out for the rest of the season, so whatever.
I added one more category for us to end the show with. But Maxi is our unsung hero. Everybody in the poll, we got 12 votes. 67% of the vote went to Maxi. And I think that's the correct one, honestly. I think Maxi definitely deserved it. He sacrificed his body, so it's not like we're going to see him anymore. But he definitely gave us a lift to win these games, man. So now, the last category. Let's have more fun with this one. Worst player of the series.
For both
We're going to
teams?
start either team. This award was for either team. Y'all just picked Mavericks. We go.
Hey, we're going in order, man.
I already got it out.
We're going. We're going out.
Kick him off stage.
Richard Case, you're first, man. Who you got? Worst player of the series. The WPV.
No, I'm going with Kawhi.
Whoa.
No show.
Whoa. All right. Sticks, who you got?
I'm going with good old West bitch.
West bitch. Got it. Mr. Gucci, who you got, bro?
West Brick.
All right. We'll put West bitch times.
That's the wrong name. Call him by his correct name, please.
Oh.
No, I said Westbrick, like BRICK.
I know that's the wrong name. It's West Bitch. He's got a new name.
West Brick. My bad.
That's all if he's wearing blouses in the post game, man. Come on, man.
I'm gonna change mine.
No, you haven't got to you, Div. Oh my God. Let's go Oilers. MVP Luka. Who's your worst player of the series?
Oh yeah, Westbrook. I'm on the Westbrook bad player train. Let's go.
All right, Div. Now you may tell me who your worst player of the series is.
I think Richard nailed it because you know what? The best ability is availability, and Kawhi screwed their team.
Wow.
Did he though?
Wow.
Yep.
Because they lost when he played. They won whatever.
I know. I'm saying.
3 years in a row, right now that load that has killed them.
Yep.
All right, Master Fame. Who is the worst player of the series in your mind?
So I think I'm gonna go kind of against the grain here on you guys.
Of course.
I'm gonna go with Dante because out of all the players, I think in the series outside of Kawhi, I think we had the most hope, or he had the most hope out of all of the people, especially with the way he had been playing this season, and for him to be basically unplayable.
Yup.
Man, he was bad, and he was basically only out there to see if he had something going and if he was going to kind of click in. But other than that, it was garbage time when he was out there, and I don't think any of us saw this coming.
You know what, Master Fan? That's a great point. Do you think we should have gave Josh Green some more consideration for unsung hero? Since without THJ and without Dante, Green was the next guy to step up, and he did.
I think I agree with that, TCK. I agree with that. I agree with that.
I appreciate you, Gucci. But Master Fan, you can answer my question.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine was between Maxi and Josh Green because of the energy and all the offensive rebounds that man just pulls in somehow. He's just all over the court. But I think Maxi's defense, he played more minutes than Josh. And so that's kind of like why I went with Maxi, because he was more of an impact than Josh. But I think, yeah, he's an honorable mention, definitely.
Yeah, I like it. All right, cool. I like the Dante take. And Gucci, don't take no offense. I like messing with y'all up here. Pause for anybody that be like, hey, yo. All right, Big J, who is your worst player of the series, man?
I'm going to go with Russell. Miss Russell.
Just Russell?
No, Miss Russell. I didn't like her. I didn't like the way she played. She was wild. She was all over the place, man.
That's hilarious. So I'll put a poll on down below. I'll put worst player of the series. West Bitch has 33%. Westbrook Brick has 22%, and Dante has 44%. But we'll combine both of the West together, and that'll be 55% versus Dante 44%.
I want to know who was scared. I want to know who was scared to actually put West Bitch.
What's up?
TGK. And West Bitch also was dressed like a West Bitch. Did you see his outfit for the game?
What I tell you? What I say?
So Big I say? He said her. He said she played terrible.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Who's dying on it?
Who's doing that laugh?
Oh, y'all never heard of the
Westbrook got the most suspect, sassiest, zestiest motherfucking outfits in the NBA. His shit be fruity as hell, man.
Look at it. He took the the crown from most suspect from what's up, boy, Bosh, because Bosh was questionable for a while.
Yes, he was, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, TGK.
What's up?
What about most surprising player of the series?
Okay. Hold on, let me finish this up right quick.
Yeah, y'all saw that. Y'all saw his little photo shoot with him in that white dress, white skirt. Y'all saw that, right?
I didn't see that. That's
Russell
I saw that.
Yeah, look up. They're trying to call it a kilt. That ain't no kilt.
I saw the black one. Didn't see the white.
Oh no! Look up him. Look up Westbrook.
It's African American, sir.
It was an African American.
Oh my god!
I don't think those are from Africa, DJ.
All right, let's get into this last one. Most surprising player of the series. Richard Case, who's the most surprising player of the series to you?
I'm gonna go back with DJJ on that one.
Okay. All right, DJJ. Again, y'all can pick any player. Sticks, who's your most surprising player of the series?
Most surprising?
Yeah.
Are we going in a good way or either way?
Either way.
Gafford. Because I think he didn't show until the very end. I didn't expect him to choke that bad to start and get bitched like that.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too, man. I did too. Mr. Gucci, who you got? Most surprising player of the series?
Well, I want to say Jason Kidd, man, even though he is a coach, because he surprised me with that dumbass shit he did by keeping the bigs on the fucking bench. I thought that was all fucking season shit. I thought he was doing his experiments in the season and that shit was done, and he surprised the fuck out of me with that dumbass shit.
I love the way he put that.
He ain't wrong though.
Thank you. Thank you, Gucci. MVP Luka, who's your most surprising player or coach of the series?
You know, it's interesting that Sticks just said Gafford, which I think is a great pick. When he dunked on Zubac yesterday and got that and one, I said out loud, I said, "Welcome to the series, Gafford. Welcome to the damn series, buddy." But for me, Zubac was the most surprising. I don't watch a ton of Clippers. I've seen him before, clearly in the last few years, but the fact that they thought they had the better matchup, at least going to him in the paint, and he was very effective for big chunks of the series. They probably should have went to him more if you look back, you know. But Zubac for me surprised the hell out of me, man. He was balling in stretches of that series.
Yeah, he definitely was not played off the court this time. That was pretty good point there. Div, who you got? Most surprising player / coach of the series?
For me, it would be Luka because I didn't expect 38% from Luka from the field. I just didn't see it coming in the playoffs. He's always just been deadly in the playoffs, so that's a first.
You didn't see that coming, huh?
Nope.
Hey, yo. All right, Master Fame, who you got? Most surprising player / coach of the series?
I'm gonna have to go with Josh Green here because with Dante being unplayable, we went to the other Aussie, and Josh, his shot looks so good but so bad, and like his shot, his form is good, everything's good, but he's just, I don't know what it is he's not putting legs into it or something, or what it is. He just, how he swished that and that 3-and-1 was wild to me. Like if he's wide open, he's gonna miss, but if he's contested, he's gonna drain it. And just his energy and stuff was just so useful in the minutes he played. Even though I don't even know, he played like 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes the last few games, and it was just it was really, they were really good minutes.
Yeah, no, I like the Green one. I mean, because people could say that he was not going to be playable in the playoffs, and here he is giving great minutes, man. A lot of hustle play, so I like the pick. Big J, let's finish this off with you, man. Who you got for most surprising player / coach of the series?
Well, I was actually looking at who was the most surprised, and I was going to say that was Terrence Mann because he was constantly shocked that for a non-star he was getting calls, and the fact that he almost cried when it was time for him to walk off the court was beautiful. So I'm gonna give it to him because he was totally surprising to me.
All right.
He was almost crying the entire fourth quarter. It was
I know.
sad.
It was wonderful. What are you talking?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it from a grown man, like watching him play. Like, what do you mean he called a foul on me? What was it that one? What was that one when he hit Luka and they called the foul? I think it was Luka, and he's over there and they're like trying to explain to him like what he needs to do to not get the foul, and he's like, you see his face? He's like, well, what am I supposed to do? It was
Not
like,
hit
oh my
him?
god, dude!
You want me to not hit him? What?
All right. Well, since no one gave me like the same name, I'm gonna just leave all those names up there. I guess they'll all be like honorable, most surprising player / coaches. All right, man. Let's get into the last stretch here of Mavs versus Thunder predictions. This is where y'all tell me who's gonna win this series and in how many games. All right, let me go and switch up the music here before y'all start losing your mind. There we go. Let's get this started, man. All right, Div. I'm gonna start with you. Mavs versus Thunder. What is your predictions for the series?
4-2 for the Mavs.
4-2 Mavs. All right. Big J.
I say we're gonna take it in 5, and somebody's gonna snap Chet Holmgren in half.
You said you're gonna take it. That's what you said.
But you know what?
Hey,
you know what? You gonna stop that?
I think actually what he said is someone was going to Snapchat in half. Whoa.
I didn't say break him in half. I said snap him in half.
like Thanos. Master
Hey.
Fame. What is your predictions for the Mavs versus Thunder?
I'm gonna say Mavs in 6. I think Jalen Williams is gonna be a tough matchup for PJ. Not saying he can't do it, but I'm gonna say that it's gonna be a lot harder than what he had to deal with the Clippers, because Jalen Williams is like James Harden and Paul George mixed together. And so it's going to be very tough. DJ is going to have his work cut out for him with Shea. It's just going to be don't take, just because they're young, don't take this Thunder team light, man. They got a lot of talent. They're all young. They're all healthy. They have the most insane continuity with that team, that roster. So everybody knows everybody. And so I don't think we should take this team lightly, even though they're that young.
Oh, for sure. I like that. MVP Luka, what is your predictions, man?
Yes, sir. Well, hey, it looks like I'm not going to get to share my experience on the AC joint. Maybe no. That's a story that I'll tell you when we're driving to Oklahoma on Thursday for Game 2. That's for another day.
I like it.
I refer to it as the Percocet incident of 2011 when I maybe went a little too hard, but similar injury to Maxi. But for this series, I do predict the Mavs in 6. I like the matchups. The chemistry is just crazy right now for the Mavs. OKC is very good. I was worried about the coaching matchup last time. I'm certainly worried about it again this time. But the Mavs are rolling right now, so I'm gonna go Mavs in 6. And then just real quick, I want to give you the short version of this. Is for Game 4, I was at the game with my son, and we met these guys from Slovenia, and it was a guy that was here with his 2 sons and his 2 nephews. They're like ages like 15 to 23, so it's the 5 of them traveling. They came out here, and come to find out, they were in Luka's suite. This dude knows Luka's dad, so they were in the suite for games 3, 4, and 6 in Luka's suite, and I could see him because he told me kind of where it was. And they had this flag, this Slovenia flag, hanging from that suite where their seats were at for all 3 games. So yesterday, dude gave me the flag, and then I traded him for that Mavericks flag that they gave out a couple weeks back. So I had an extra one, so him and I did like a flag swap, and I was wearing the flag like a cape at the game last night, and So those guys also flew to LA, went to game 5 in LA, and then came back for game 6, and they went back to Slovenia today. And he said they're probably not going to be able to make it out for any more games. This was like their big trip. But when he gave me the jersey last night, I met another guy that's here from Slovenia, and these guys didn't know each other, but they met in the suite during this series. This guy's here from Slovenia indefinitely. He's been out here, he said, for a couple months. He doesn't know when he's going back. And the reason is his wife babysits Luka's daughter. And that's why he was in the suite. And let me throw this wrinkle in. I got his information on WhatsApp. Stay in contact with this dude. Cool guy from Slovenia. Got to talk to him a little bit last night. He might roll to OKC with us for game 2, buddy. Real shit. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna be wearing this like a cape. I'm gonna have my Pravi MVP shirt on. So my prediction for the series, and my buddy Toby that I met from Germany a couple weeks ago, TGK met him. That's the guy that invited me to Madrid and offered to pay for my ticket to go to Bayern Munich, Madrid on Wednesday. And I'm like, dude, I can't swing that, buddy. Are you crazy? But this guy's going to Madrid on to see the Bayern Munich Champions League semifinal in Madrid against Real Madrid. That's on Wednesday. Then he's flying back to Germany and catching a flight to DFW. We're probably going to pick him up at DFW on Thursday on the way to OKC. And then he's going to be, so this fool's going, bouncing around, and he's going to go to game 2 with us. And then he's going to go to game 3, 4 in Dallas. He's trying to stay for a couple weeks, That's man. Awesome. But the prediction for the series is that we're going to be fucking raging going in the battle of I-35. And this series is so hype. And there's a very good chance that the MVP award gets given out during this series.
Oh, good point.
Right? So and obviously it's probably going to be Joker. So the SGA Luka stuff, but there's a good chance SGA, it's a lot closer than we think based on how much the media loved him. So at least the narrative of that, he's probably going to get more first place votes than Luka, maybe by a wide margin. And so that's going to be part of the series as well. And then one more thing, shout out. I was talking to somebody about how Kobe only got 1 award. And you know me, I like to reminisce about the old days in SoCal, watching Kobe, Shaq, and me cutting my teeth on NBA basketball. But the night that Kobe accepted his only MVP award, I was in the building. And I had my Kobe 81 shirt on last night at the game, man. So just shout out Bean. And I love his relationship with Kai and just seeing what Kai's doing, man. But that's the short version, man. I appreciate y'all.
No, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. And hopefully I can find a way to join y'all to the game too, man. But we'll talk offline.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Mr. Gucci, if you could give me your Mavs versus Thunder predictions, my guy.
Mavs in 6.
All right. You don't want to add any context? You just good with that? Mavs in 6?
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. All right, man. Sticks. What you got, man?
Well, first off, can you please fix Richard's name? I really don't want to look at Rick Hart. Could you respect Richard's name a little better than that?
Yes. Yeah,
he's Rich Hard. You got to get it right. No, pause. No Diddy. So I'm going Mavs in 4. Fuck these guys.
All right. I love it.
They're gonna Lively and Gafford are gonna posterize the living shit of that skinny ass Chet. I'm so sick of everybody thinking that dude's gonna be something. Dude's awkward. He's skinny as hell. He's gonna get dunked on. And then Shea's gonna try to do his flopping shit. Ain't gonna work. He's not been getting the foul calls. And I ain't scared of J-Dub. And I think as soon as we stomp their ass again in game 1, the young experience is gonna start breaking that Diddy ass aura they got going on. They ain't gonna be over there having their little brothels next to the reporters and going, ah! I'm sick of this team. I want to see this team get smashed into the ground. No, because it's so fake. Like, we are grown men. I've never seen a bunch of grown men running up to a reporter like, "Oh, he's my best buddy." It's just the stupidest, corny crap. Like, get out of here with this junk.
They young. They kids. They young, man.
And then that one pro commercial, all that garbage. Like, get them out of my face. I want them gone.
Oh, that's hilarious. Richard, if you're still here, man. Yeah, you're still here. You can hear me. What you got, man? Mavs versus Thunder prediction.
Well, first, thanks for getting my name straight. I can't see well enough to.
I got you, Richard.
Yeah. I got a question. How many day games are we having?
One so far. It's one.
One. I'm knocking one off for the day game, and I'm knocking one off for the kid. So 6.
All right. Let me see. 1, 2 Mavs. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna have to revisit this. This is what I think everyone else voted on here. This is everyone else's prediction. Sticks said sweeping that ass against the Clippers, but it seems like all the people that got it right was Rel with 6, probably MVP with 6, Jay with 6. Yeah, it is the safer choice.
6 isn't like, man, I just think we won't go to 7. That's the cheap way out. Scrubs.
Hey, let's pause for a second. Remember, TGK, at that event we went to with Dirk, that Dirk also correctly called Mavs in 6.
Oh yeah, he did.
It's
Dirk
the
did
easy
call
one.
Mavs in 6. Yeah, he did.
Shout out Dirk.
Shout out Dirk, man. Shout out. All right, man. That was fun, man. That was fun. I appreciate y'all being here, man. Appreciate everybody watching the show. We've been on live for almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's about time for me to go to sleep, man. Any last remarks from everybody? Anything y'all want to say before we head up out of here?
Good night.
Richard's like, I'm tired, man. Leave me alone.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you.
At least they ain't snowing like
I want
they
to say this. I hope we get some better officiating, man. I hope we get some better officiating, man, because the refs be beating the shit out of us. Luka don't get no calls. Like, for real, Kyrie I hope we get some better officiating, man.
Oh,
for real.
I love that.
Real talk. I will say that probably because they're letting the playoffs be so physical, which I'm a fan of. I think what sucks is the stuff they do choose to enforce. It's like you're gonna let them play like this, and then this is the shit you choose to call. Versus you let some. I mean, there was some stuff in the game tonight, Denver, Minnesota, where right in front of the ref, just blatant foul, and they can only call so many. But I think a more physical game benefits the Mavs in this series, just with the size. So if they're gonna call it the same way, I think that benefits the Mavs if they exploit it correctly and play some of that bully ball with their bigs.
Denver better win that next game.
Yeah,
buddy.
They better. They're done.
I'm gonna tell you this too. We, as a Mavericks team, we gonna have to do a lot of running this series because them motherfuckers love to run. So all that little slow ball,
we were actually faster paced than them by the end of the season, and they were only for the whole season barely faster than us. That's the lie, is that people think we play slow. We don't. We actually play really fast.
And when we
we have speeding up. We have speeding up, but it get time where Luka gets ball dominant,
our season
and he wants to bring it down the court. But
we might not have the Nuggets next series, so
I hope we have the Nuggets. I hope.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Ant-Man and them.
I don't either. And that whole big ass team.
You bunch of cowards.
All right, man. Hope y'all had a good time. Salute to Nancy. I know she dipped out of here early, but I appreciate all the fellas and all the gals and Gina Kim and everybody that participated on the show. Appreciate y'all, man. Tuesday we're gonna start this off. OKC Mavericks. I can't wait, man. We're gonna have a pregame show at 7:30 p.m. Central Time Tuesday night, and man. This has been Midnight Mavness, episode 12. We finally sunk the Clipper, and now we get to move on up I-35 to take on the Thunder. Anyway, guys, been your boy TGK here with everybody on stage. Gonna catch y'all next week.